Hey friends, and welcome back to the Reddit Rainbow. Y'all, there's an update to the story I just read called Husband, male 34, wants permission to use an egg donor outside of our female 33 marriage because of race. What should I do? Y'all, follow the comment back because that story was a doozy and a half, okay? And it looks a little funny. It doesn't look like the normal way because this is actually a comment. So grab your vibes and delights and let's jump in. So OP starts with, guys, I don't know why I can't update the OG post, but here's the update on the situation, okay? Update. So I've been starting talking to a legal advisor and have a conference call with her today. Weirdly, he suddenly switched from wanting to work things out, aka find a solution, to conceiving a new family member that makes both of us comfortable. I'm having a hard time understanding that, if I'm being totally honest with you, but I do see that there's a few spelling errors, so I'm just gonna assume that she was just writing too fast. Anyway, I'm suspicious it's his father who has now talked to him, but this should be genuinely coming from him and not his parents whispering into his ears. I think he's realizing what he is losing now. I'm just so over this. I got kicked out of my own house, had to call the police to be let in by him, and this was after he threatened to burn things in our property. I couldn't leave my baby alone there with him, and I didn't trust him. He also pushed me out of our kids' room and tried locking himself inside with her. I had to call the police again that morning, and then social services people came to check on us. Wow. If the OP wasn't sure about divorce before, I'm sure that they are now, because what the fuck? The other cause of friction that we've had is the newly bought house we moved into on January. It needed a lot of mandatory repairs, which I've paid for. I've done everything from cooking, cleaning, laundry, taking care of the baby, organizing repairs, driving everyone around because I'm the only one with a car and a driver license. And I've told him I'm exhausted and he just doesn't care. Had the audacity to say to me that the house is run better without me there. I swear, that cheating theory that we were speculating on in my live, y'all, like, why else would you suddenly treat your wife so badly? Or has he been treating her this badly the whole time and now she's noticing, right? And ironically, yesterday morning, he messages me inquiring what some maintenance guy said about the water boiler in the house because he was suspicious it was broken. Up until now, I have literally dealt with all of these things because he has not cared at all. Oh, so she has just woken up finally. Ah, got it. I need a man who can take charge of some house duties, not a man baby who just takes me for granted. Since I left the house, I can also see that the floors have not been mopped for about a month and our kid crawls. Ew, gross. All right, I'm going to read one more comment from the OP. I can't quite see what she's responding to, but she says, thanks for your insight and comment. It's a really tricky situation. And once you go after my child, I'll be sure to ensure that her well-being and mental health come first. I feel like the majority of these fantasy-like demands he has about his child tells more about him projecting his own trauma and neglect from his days of youth. I will not be there to witness his growth if there ever will be anything of the sort. I will move on and make sure my child is loved unconditionally. Wow. And I think that solidifies it. The OP does not want to be with this person anymore. They're going full divorce. I'm so proud of them. I'm so happy because my biggest thing was I was really worried about what he was going to do to the kiddo. The one thing I was mostly worried about, I guess, is the fact that the child would be watching, and people like to pretend like kids don't fucking know what the fuck they're looking at. They may not understand it, but they're seeing it. And it's going to stick with them. You know what I mean? So that's mostly what I was worried about. And I'm glad the OP chose her daughter and her safety. And honestly, her safety too. And anyway, so that's the update, y'all. I don't really expect any more out of this, honestly. I'll be very surprised if there's any other updates. You know what I mean? What do you think happened to this person's husband, right? Like, do you think he fell down some sort of rabbit hole, like a red-pilled rabbit hole? You know what I mean? Or do you think he just is severely misinformed? Or do you just, I don't know, maybe he's just an idiot. I don't know. Man versus bear, team bear, right? But anyway, I can't wait to read your guys' comments. And as always, I love you guys, and I'll catch y'all later.